Hello friend, welcome to the channel. This channel is all about doing it yourself. Yes, fashion DIYs. If you're a lover of fashion and love creating beautiful things for yourself in the comfort of your home, this channel is for you. So today's fashion DIY is going to be on how to make this bold statement headband. Please, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. So without further ado, let's get started. So these are the materials I'm going to be needing to make this headband. I have my Ankara fabric. You can make use of any fabric of your choice. I have my fiber. You can get fiber in the market from people that sell or make duvets. You can also get fibers from furniture makers. And you can also get fibers from throw pillows or old furnitures. I have my Alice band and my hot glue. The first step is to wrap the Alice band. So I'll just apply some hot glue on my band, cut out a long strip of Ankara like this and wrap. So as you can see, I've neatly wrapped the Alice band. So the next thing to do is to create the puffy design on the Alice band. And to create a puffy design on the headband, I've gone ahead to cut out this little fabric, and what I have here is 25 inches by 8 inches. So this 25 inches is actually longer than the headband, but just cut out as much as 25. So it's better to have excess than not to have enough. So this is 8 inches. This 8 inches for the width is not constant. It depends on how big or small you want the puffy part of the hairband to be. So I'll just go ahead and fold this into two, and I'll close up by half an inch. So I'll just fold this on the right side, take this to my sewing machine and sew by half an inch. After sewing by half an inch, the next thing I'll do, I'll open up my fabric like this, letting this sewn part be at the middle. So you can see this sewn part is now at the center. So the next thing I will do, I'll take this back to my sewing machine and close this up by half an inch. After closing up just one end, leaving this other end open, I'll go ahead and turn this over to the right side. After turning over to the right side, the next thing I will do, on this closed end, I will come in by 1 inch. So after marking this 1 inch, I'll take this to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew on this 1 inch, closing this end. Again, remember we are still on the closed end. This part is still open. So I'll just go and sew on this 1 inch. After closing this end by 1 inch, after sewing, the next thing I'll do, I'll get my hand needle and thread. I'll bring this together like this. So I'll just gather them together like this. And I'll be holding this together with my needle and thread. So after holding this down like this, after gathering with my needle and thread, I'll get my Alice band. I'll place this on my Alice band like this, and I'll sew this to my Alice band. So it's either you sew or you tie. Just make sure this is firm. So just make sure this is firm on your Alice band. So you can see how I'm tying this to my Alice band. So after tying this to my Alice band, so I'll go over to this place where I left open, and I'll start filling this with my fiber. So I'll be filling this up with my fiber. So I'll continue filling. As I'm filling, I'll be checking this on my headband. I'll be checking this on my Alice band, and I'm going to stop filling when my filling gets to 1 inch before the end of my Alice band. So I'm going to stop at this point. So when I get to this point, I'll stop filling. So what I'll do, I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and I will close this up. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to close this up to secure the fiber inside. So like I said, I stopped filling the fiber like 1 inch before the end of the Alice band. Hope you can see what I did. So the next thing to do, this excess fabric I have here, I'll just tuck this in. I'll tuck this in like this. Leaving about 1 inch. And I'll repeat the same thing I did on this end. I'll repeat the same thing here. So I'll just use my needle and thread and gather this together like this. After gathering like this, I'll bring this back to my Alice band and I'll tie this to my Alice band, just as you can see me doing. So I'll just go ahead and secure this very well. after securing these two ends, you should have your headband looking like this. So the next thing we are going to do is to wrap up this part to make it look neat and beautiful. So I'll be wrapping up this part with this little piece. So just cut out a little piece like this, fold like this, and I'll be using it to cover this part. So I'll just go ahead and apply my hot glue on this, and I'll start wrapping up this part to give it a neat finishing. So after wrapping up this part, I will go back to the other side and repeat the same thing. So after wrapping this up neatly, you can see the hairband is looking beautiful already. So the next thing to do is to create the design on this headband, and to do that I'll be using my fishing line. So this fishing line, you can see it's like a transparent thread, and this fishing line comes in sizes. This one is 0.25 mm, so it's a tiny one. So that is what we are going to be using to create a design on this headband. So I'll just get my needle and I'll pass this in. I'll pass this in my needle. So pass this in and knot very well. So the next thing I'll do, I'll just pass in my needle from this side. After bringing out the needle and the thread, I'll be using my thread or my fishing line to tie this. You will need to apply pressure on this so that it will come out beautiful and nice. So apply a little pressure. This is why it's advisable to use this thread. One, is transparent, you won't see the thread, and it's very strong, so it's not going to break while you are working. So see what I'm doing. I'll take my needle back inside to secure this. As you can see, the design is forming already. I'll take my needle in again from this spot, bring it out from another spot according to the intervals you want to leave on the design. Tie again. So after tying the last part, I'll go ahead and secure this properly. So this is basically all for this headband. Please let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment section, and please do not forget to give this video a like, subscribe to this channel to get more beautiful fashion DIYs like this. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.